Jurassic Park brought some of our favorite dinosaurs to life. But if they were all freed on Isla Nublar, would they eventually go extinct, or would life find a way? The first Jurassic Park movie takes place on Isla Nublar, an island 120 miles west of Costa Rica. Nublar is 22 square miles and is covered with mountainous forest. To figure out if our island could support the dinosaurs, we first need to figure out how much the dinosaurs need to eat. Let's start with the herbivores. An adult elephant eats about 300 pounds of plants a day. We can say that Triceratops and Parasaurolophus eat about the same amount of plants as an elephant. But the Brachiosaurus? Try 800 pounds a day. If we add up the total food consumption of the 3 Triceratops, 6 Brachiosauruses, and 15 Parasaurolophuses, we can calculate that altogether, these herbivores are eating as much as 34 elephants per day would. So how many elephants could Isla Nublar support? Studies suggest that in the most ideal conditions, savanna can support 3 elephants per square kilometer. Since Isla Nublar is 57 square kilometers, that means the island could theoretically support up to 170 elephants. So, if the herbivores don't reproduce, and the plants are just right, the herbivores might just be okay. But then we get to the real problem, the carnivores. If we count them all up, there are 65 carnivores and 21 herbivores on the island. That means carnivores outnumber the herbivores 3 to 1. Any ecologist can tell you having more carnivores than herbivores is not good news. A sustainable ratio of herbivores to carnivores would be 10 herbivores to just 1 carnivore. So you can see the ecosystem is very lopsided. This many predators just can't survive if the competition for food is this steep. And all the herbivores on the island are massive, so only the largest predators could eat them. The only carnivore on the island that could win a fight against Triceratops or Parasaurolophus is T-Rex, and that fight would be a massive risk for the T-Rex every single time. Although a relatively small island like Isla Nublar wouldn't have many options for medium-sized prey, there will still be bugs, crabs, and lizards. And that could be enough to sustain small carnivores like Compsognathus. Gallimimus, with its opportunistic diet, could also potentially make do with the food options and survive. Dilophosaurus in Jurassic Park is much smaller than its real-life equivalent, but this would actually be a benefit for it, as it makes its survival more likely. Birds, reptiles, and eggs would become a delicacy for these small carnivores. But those resources would soon likely be exhausted. Larger meat eaters like Velociraptor and Herrerasaurus would struggle to find viable prey on the island, and would likely hunt their prey to extinction. If I were a dinosaur ecologist hired to help Jurassic Park, I would bring in smaller and medium-sized prey, maybe something like a goat.
He's gonna eat the goat? Excellent.
This could help to sustain the massive carnivore population on the island. Otherwise, I think the medium and large carnivores on the island are doomed to extinction. With the island only having 1 large carnivore that can hunt the herbivores, we run into our next problem, overpopulation. When wolves were removed from Yellowstone, the deer population exploded, resulting in overgrazing and habitat degradation. We could imagine something similar happening on Isla Nublar. The herbivore population would rise quickly. The island would become overgrazed and devoid of plants, and then a lot of those herbivores would experience starvation. This is a problem that some enclosed elephant sanctuaries have to worry about. Just like those enclosed sanctuaries, the dinosaurs are stuck on an island, so they can't migrate to get more food. To wrap it up, we'd have a lot of problems on Isla Nublar. Most of the smaller carnivores would starve, the herbivores would experience overpopulation and then starvation, and our favorite dinosaur, Rexy, would run out of prey to eat. So a wild Jurassic Park probably ends up leading to a pretty desolate Isla Nublar. However, I do think one of these dinosaurs could survive and maybe even thrive on the island, and that would be the smallest one, Compsognathus, but we'll call it Nathan for short. Nathan is small enough to sustain itself with bugs, crabs, and any random creatures on the island. Plus, Nathan has the largest population, with 28 individuals, meaning it could probably delay the most severe side effects of inbreeding. Nathan may be small, but everyone loves an underdog. Moral of the story: if you're going to create an artificial ecosystem, think about the ecology. Thanks for watching. Peace.